Hey guys, welcome to the review of the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe 3rd Series. I unboxed this amp, I don't know, earlier in the week. I had some time to mess around with it, so I decided to give you my point of views and things and stuff of this amp. This is an all-tube amp. It has 12 AX7s and the 6L6 groove tubes that are in the power section. Very good amp. I wouldn't recommend this amp if you're going like, you know, heavy metal music, even though, don't get me wrong, this amp does take foot pedals very well. Any kind of distortion pedal you want to plug into this thing, it does amazing. It must be the 6L6 tubes or something. I have other amps that pedals really doesn't ring out like this one does, and I have other tube amps, but this one here does it tremendously. So in that respect, yes, you can use it for death metal or heavy metal stuff, but if you're just using the amp for, you know, it'd be good for country, blues, but if you really like that just on the edge break of distortion that's just raw, just that classic raw punch distortion, this is a good amp. The only questions that I have with this amp, or only issues I have, if you see, which I'll do a close-up here in a minute, of these inputs, they're kind of a plastic input. I'm not too crazy about. We'll see how long they last. But overall, you get a 12-inch speaker inside of here. It's a Selector 12-inch speaker. Can't beat that. The other ones, I guess, had a Fender design speaker, but this is an actual Selector 12-inch speaker. You can also get the cab for it, an extension cab that matches the whole thing. Makes it nice. I might get that later down the line. It's an open back on this. When you get the cab, it's a closed back. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and we'll take a look at this back panel and then maybe give you guys some sounds, okay? Alright. Okay, now I'm going to start off here with this plug-in like I told you guys about before. Watch me wiggle this here a little bit. Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't matter, you know, you can go into this one too. Same thing. It just kind of scares me. I'm probably going to get a different cord, you know, the one that has a little angle on it. That way it's not going to be, you know, pulling on it that way. That'd probably be my suggestion if you get this amp. But I, like, you know, I've only had it a week or so. I don't notice any issues yet, but that might be an issue down the road. I don't know. But, okay, so we have input 1, input 2. This one here is for all your guitars. You can use this, you can use both inputs. This one here says in the book that you're designed for, or it's designed for your active pickups, like your EMGs, things like that. Which I have EMGs. I plugged it in to both inputs. You know, I haven't really played around with it too much. Not much of a difference, really. I'm not sure what the overall is, but then you go from here to your normal and bright switch. That is basically for your clean channel. It's kind of like a presence knob, which you have down on the other end of the amp here for your distortion side. But, you know, just kind of gives you that bright sound. It's not really super noticeable. The knob is more noticeable than the switch. You can use that on a clean channel. Like I said, it doesn't work on the other because you do have the presence knob. But if you're using a distortion pedal or distortion box of any kind, you can hit that normal and bright switch because naturally you'd be on a clean channel. Then moving from there, you have your volume for your clean channel. You have your more drive button, which is after you're in the overdrive mode, you can go into more drive. Not a big difference, you know, as far as from distortion to more drive. It just gives you that little bit of added boost that you would need for like doing a lead or a solo or something live or whatever. Not really a big deal, in my opinion. We move from that to the drive knob. That's for when you're in your overdrive section. You know, you can control your drive sounds, which we'll get into that. This here, that little green light or yellow light, whatever you're seeing, that's just your light to indicate what channel you're on. Over here you hit channel select, it goes off. So you'd be on the clean channel, hit it again, you're on the dirty channel. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because we'll be doing a clean demonstration here soon. Then you got your basic EQ. You got your treble, middle, and bass, or treble, bass, middle. You know, it's pretty, can be touchy, but it's not. There's not really much noticeable differences. You notice it a little bit when you're using your stomp boxes and stuff, but I mean, there's maybe with the other cabinet involved, you'd be able to tell a little bit more of a difference. It's not as you know, stunning sounding as I thought it would be as far as, you know, tweaking sounds. You know, it does have a good sound though, don't get me wrong. I don't want to beat this amp up too bad. So moving on, you have the channel select, which I just talked about. Then you have your master volume, which controls your distortion channel. Then you have your reverb, which is you know, classic. If you ever had a Fender before, it's got, I think Fender probably has the most awesome reverb sound built in than any other amp. Then you got your presence control, like I said. That is pretty noticeable as far as when you're playing. Then you have, I'm going to say the preamp out and the power amp in would be your effects loop area, which I have not tried yet. You know, there is no other spots for effects loop to go, which it does have effects loop, so I would assume that's it. Then you have your foot switch right there. Then you have this red jewel thing, which is, you know, turn the amp off. And then, oh, there it is, the red light. Okay, so then you got your standby. You know, you always want to, when you turn on your amp, make sure you warm up your tubes for at least 5 minutes or so. And also, real quick, oh boy, let's see here. Here's the foot switch I was telling you about, that I'm going to tell you about, that comes with the amp. It's really nice. It's really sturdy. It's heavy. You know, you go your clean to your dirty to your more drive channel, like we spoke about, right in one pedal, and it comes with it. Comes with a cord and everything, so you're good to go. It just makes it nice for being able to switch in and out of things. And so, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into some of the sounds here real quick, and let's just hear what we got. Alright, let's do it. Okay guys, so, for the purpose of this video, I will be using a Epiphone Les Paul standard that has the Seymour Duncan pickups in it. It's the JB set. So we're going to start out on a clean channel here. Let you guys hear the sounds that it's got for the clean. Second to set up here. Gotta turn the amp on, of course, that always helps. Okay, turn that down a little bit. Don't want it to blast you guys. I want you to be able to hear the amp though. Okay. Alright. Alright, so this is just a clean channel. You know, we can go ahead and I'll tell you what, I'll switch the EQ. That way you guys get a broad spectrum here, you know, the basic sound. I'm putting everything right in the middle. So that way everybody knows what's going on, okay? So we'll go from that. I don't have any reverb on or anything, so let's just go for a clean sound. See what you guys think here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to push this bright switch in that we talked about that's only on the clean channel. You probably won't be able to tell much, like I said, over the camera here, but it just kind of pops it out a little more, kind of like what a presence knob would do. Okay, now I'm going to add some reverb in. I'm just going to turn the reverb up to about 4, okay? Okay, now you can go crazy with this reverb. I'm going to turn it up to about 9. So you get the idea of the reverb there. So, and you know, like I said, you can mess with it. I'm gonna turn the treble. We'll turn the treble all the way up, and the middle's up. Turn the treble all the way down. Turn the mids all the way down. Okay, so that would be your clean channel. Okay, I'm going to make all the adjustments here, turn everything back up to where it was. Back in the middle, everything is back in the middle. Now I'm going to switch on to the dirty channel. And make the adjustments there. Alright, so this is the dirty channel. There's no reverb on it. I'm going to turn the presence all the way down. There's no presence on it. EQ is all in the middle. And this is the sound you get. Let me turn it up just a little bit for you guys. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to turn the presence up to halfway. Just brightens it up. And turn the presence all the way up. Now you get a little brighter tune. Okay, one thing I wanted to do, was to start with the drive down a little bit. So I'm going to turn the drive down to halfway, presence all the way up, everything else is in the middle. Now you can turn it on down. This is about a quarter of the way up for the drive. So, you get a broad idea there. I'm going to go ahead and turn up where I usually have my settings at, on this amp anyway, what I found. I usually turn my treble to on here about 10, have my bass at 3, and have my mids at about 8, no, about 9. Okay? Drive all the way up, presence all the way up. And you can back off the presence with all that, you know, with the distortion, or with the drive on and everything. And I'm going to hit into the more drive channel. You're not going to hear much difference, like I said. I'll play for a second. When you see my hand kind of go over, that'll be the indication that I hit it, and then you'll hear a difference, maybe. Okay, so here we go. So like I said, there's not much difference in that, but anyway, you guys get an idea of what it is. You know, it's a nice amp. I mean, if you like that raw tone, just so. Anyway, this amp is nice. Like I said before, plug stomp boxes into this thing, and you're going to be blown away. I had stomp boxes that I've had for 10 years that I've never really gotten use out of, and I was recording some stuff yesterday, and the sound is just amazing to me. I don't understand it. I really don't, but The problem is that this... No, there's no problem. Anyway, just going crazy here. Alright guys, if you get a chance, check one out. Go down to your local music store. Try one out, man. I went out on a limb on it. I've always been a Marshall guy. I recently got into Orange. And then, I've had Fender before, and I still have a Fender, but it's a solid state. This is all tube, and like I said, comes with the groove tubes. And that's my first experience with it, and I really like it. Other than the fact that this little thing up here, which, like I said, I'm gonna get a different plug for that. But hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I helped you out with some decisions that you might want to make. So, hey guys, have a great day, and check out sweetwater.com for more information. And we'll see you guys next time. Probably after Christmas, maybe, huh? Ha ha! Later. See ya.